Have you ever wondered where you would be if you actually stuck to that diet, cutting out the carbs on your fitness journey? Maybe you've tried all the diets, all the different meal plans. You've probably even given ChatGPT a good go. Well, make sure you listen to this. So the first things first is any diet that you can't sustain didn't actually work. Here's the truth. If you didn't stick to it, there's a reason why. And I'm going to explain this in this video. So first of all, I'm going to talk about cutting out carbs. I'm going to talk about the 3 food groups: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Now, of course, you chose to drop out carbohydrates. If you choose any food group, you will drop body fat. Now, let me tell you something important here. If you cut out fats, you're really going to struggle. Your hormones are going to be affected, and that is not a position you want to be in. Now, if you cut out protein, you'll also lose muscle. Of course, protein supports our muscle mass. So if you cut out protein as a food group, you will lose muscle. Now, the most familiar one, carbs. You chose to cut out carbs. Why? Because you've seen it works and other people do it. But does it actually work though? Because anything you can't do long term and stick to is not going to work. And that's the reason why you're watching this video. Now imagine trying to tell somebody you've got to cut out things like your favourite meals: lasagna, pizza, pasta bolognese, carbonara. All those meals, I'm not cutting out those meals. I'm certainly not cutting out my carbs. Now, it's too extreme what you tried doing. You tried cutting out carbs. It's way too extreme. Of course, if you cut out fats or protein, you are going to lose weight. You are going to drop body fat because you are removing a food group. So by removing a food group, you're having less calories. That's inevitable. So that's why cutting out carbs that works. It's not actually the carbs that work. It's you're just having less food. Now, the best way to go about this and to actually drop body fat, I personally would be using something like MyFitnessPal. Now, you want to keep eating the same foods that you eat on a daily basis. Then you're probably thinking, well, that's why I'm out of shape. That's why I'm fat. Now, what you could do from here is you could go on something called TDE calculator. Now, you could do this online. They're free. Add in your weight, your height, whether you're male or female, and that will actually calculate for you how many calories roughly you should be looking to eat, your maintenance, and how many calories you probably should be looking to eat in a deficit. There's a good start. Now you know how many calories you should be eating whilst you're in a deficit. Take those calories and continue to eat the foods how you eat, but make slight smaller changes. Now this is exactly what I do with lads that I coach from my Alpha 2.0, which in brief is an 8-week coaching program. Now I'm going to be real. This isn't life-changing stuff. Most guys are losing 6 to 8 kilos, but are you going to change your life forever? I'll be very honest, no. But it's a start. You are making a huge start in that 8 weeks to then lead forward into another 8 weeks of progress, another 8 weeks of progress. That's the whole goal. It's like getting started with your journey. It's just giving you a big push further forward. So that's what I do with lads. I give them their calories, their macros. This is how much we need to be eating. Eat how you want to eat, because that gives them flexibility. I find giving a meal plan doesn't really work well, because when these lads come away from coaching with me on the meal plan, are they going to stick to that food? Probably not. Now you've got your calories, you've got your macros. Now it's about what are you going to eat. Important thing, you want to stick to your protein. The next thing is start making a little bit better food choices, because you might realize within the first week you might not be having a great deal of volume for food. Now you want to make sure you're getting about 3 meals, 3 fairly big meals. And that is the best way to go about things. For this video, hopefully you understand now that I've covered why your diet of cutting out carbs didn't actually work. And if you want to see more videos like this and more content, then make sure to subscribe to this video, and also to help the engagement, drop a like. And if you personally want coaching yourself, head over to my Instagram, which is Harrisons_coaching. Or you can click the link in the description, as I will be very soon dropping another Alpha 2.0, which is a rapid fat loss program. And most lads in this program do lose 6 to 8 kilos. If you want that to be you, sign up with the link, you know where it is. And I'll see you on the next video.